It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Golden Eagles leader at quarterback. He's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the Golden Eagles and the Condors, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterback. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Mexico City. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a first-round pick back in April's draft.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And his first pass is incomplete. Look at this defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. At a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
At the 20-yard line.
This one taken in by Hester. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Kelly to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. Call that a gain of 11. Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Now Kelly. That went out wide and intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
The Condors offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. Throwing is Favre. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. The tight end in motion right. First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. And the tight end goes in motion left. Favre. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's Favre to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Favre. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Favre. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, this is three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Here's Kelly to throw. That'll be caught by Hester. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That is caught. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
In motion goes the tight end. Play action, it's Kelly. And his throw here's incomplete. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Inside give to Dickerson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. But you look at this defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Open man is Myers. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Well, the Rio offense about to set up shop once again. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Hester. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Golden Eagles offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And they love to find different ways to get in the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week 2nd in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Dickerson on the handoff. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. In motion left goes Myers. Now Kelly. Pressure comes, and down he goes. And Tommy Adebawore drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw is Favre. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Favre. He gets this out to Spiller. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Spiller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. But now he appears to be in some pain. Where week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. This is Brown going up the middle, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Out is Mexico City now to go on offense. And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in the hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll run now with Dickerson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
A play fake. Now Kelly. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give him 12 yards that time.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running it with Dickerson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
A carry for Dickerson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Now 3rd down and 7.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw is Kelly. And he's got Shockey. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Here's Kelly. He finds his man, complete. That's Hope. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. To throw, Kelly. This one taken in by Hester. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hope.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Was this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Kelly. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jacoby Myers. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Golden Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. Setting up the screen, here's Spiller.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wide open receiver complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll send the big tight end in motion right.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Off the play fake, here's Farr.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Farr. Finds Spiller on the check down.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. And Gay knocks this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you, too, in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on.
so let's get to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the Falcons who were able to pick up the victory at home. Blake Corum, over 100 yards in the victory with 2 touchdown runs as well. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. Drake May leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. C.D. Lamb, a touchdown catch in the victory.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Golden Eagles offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers will show he's been one of the most productive QBs in the league all season long, right up there among the leaders in passing yardage. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. Myers in motion right. Now Kelly. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for in May, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up,
Automatic
or if you're going
down.
to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Kelly to throw. Over the middle, he's got Myers. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2nd down and a yard. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now Kelly. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is Uzomah. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
At the 16-yard line.
Dickerson trying the right side. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here's Kelly to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Looking to throw. Kelly. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. there to make the grab. And the Golden Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Bullet good on the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Favre. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Favre to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
To throw is Favre. Short throw caught by Pitts. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
From the gun, it's Favre. He stiff-arms him. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Favre. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker? Feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Maddengm now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Kelly. And that's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
That'll be caught by Hester. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Mexico City, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. They'll look to throw again.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Well, the Rio offense set to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Favre.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
First down, Conroy.
From the shotgun, it's Favre. He gets this out to Spiller.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
At the 34-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Drops it underneath to Spiller.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw again.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The gain that time, 13 yards to reset him 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Little short pass here to Hill. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
throwing is far. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now second and 10.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They will toss to Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Second and 11. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jamal Agnew. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Kelly. And he's got Shockey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll go right back to the ground with Dickerson. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Eric Dickerson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, they go to Dickerson.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Oh, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for Mexico City,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless.
Meanwhile, for Rio, this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.